So the first one that we're going to talk about is communications, and that's a biggie. This one actually came up in a situation that I actually was involved with, and involved in the sense that I am a hearing committee member on the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility, and I heard a case that dealt with something that was similar to this, and this was the first thing that came to my mind. The question is this: communications with the insured where the claim is referred by the insurance carrier. And the question then becomes, what obligations do we have to actually communicate with the actual insured? Because in our defense firm, because we defend cases, more often than not, we get our cases from an insurance company or a client, if that's the case, a third party administrator, who pays our bills. And we'll speak with an adjuster more often than not. There's a little incentive to kind of ignore that insured, that individual out there who often doesn't want to talk to you in the first place because, whatever has happened, they look at you and they go, my insurance will handle it. I know Muhammad has had some recent, both you and Preston, you've had some recent concepts as well where you've been trying to call the insured and not getting much of a response. Can you tell us a little about that?
I recently had, and it's one of our newer clients too, refer us a case, and it was a simple settlement. So all I had to do was, get the papers drafted up and signed and everything. So I wasn't too worried about it. But when I called the client in order to get payroll information, which was necessary, they just gave me the hardest time. At first, they kept referring me to different people, and when I made full circle and got back to the original person, she was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. And then I had to really break it down to them that, this claim is going away. You're not going to have to worry about it anymore. All right. But in order for me to make it go away for you guys, I just need this one thing. So especially with companies where there's some bureaucracy and red tape and there's, different departments, it's very easy for them to kind of kick the ball down the road, send it off to somebody else, delay. But that kind of puts us in a position where we kind of have to hound our own client. And I will say that on the plaintiff side of things, I imagine things are even a little bit more tenuous because I think plaintiffs' attorneys and plaintiffs generally are more inclined to have complaints filed against them and complaints lodged. So for, I think both sides, I think the main thing you can do, the one thing more than anything else, is have all communications followed up with a written letter or a written communication, just memorializing what was said or what was done, so that if there's ever any doubt cast or any complaints written, you have written proof of what was said and what was done.